the truth is, you already have the $1 million skill that you need, right? You already have the skill that can generate you 5,000, 10,000, 15, 50, $100,000 a month. You already have the skill, and I know that this is probably going against everything that you've heard this far. After all these gurus have been constantly telling you that you know fucking nothing, the truth is you do. Now, I'm gonna blow your mind a little bit. I'm gonna break some beliefs, okay? I'm 21, right? I've made over $1.5 million before the age of 21. I did that when I was 20 last year. And now I'm, doing my best to be able to help as many people as fucking possible. I'm Australian. There's not many of us, right? This is one of the cities in Australia, right? You already have the thing that you need, but you're just rowing in the wrong boat. Now, this is the problem, right? Now, what I'm about to tell you is what's going to blow your mind a little bit. You are already making $100,000 a month, but you're not making it, right? You're making it, but you're not making it. And what does this mean, Nathaniel? This means that if you are in retail, if you are in hospitality, if you are selling something, like let's say you're selling burgers or you're selling shoes or you're selling finances or whatever, you are selling something for the business, you are already generating hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you can do that there, then you can make yourself $100,000. So what does this mean? So if I take it back, when I was working as a sales rep for one of the biggest phone companies in Australia, I was making that company, I'll pop a screenshot here, about $4,000 to sometimes $10,000 every single day, right? So I was selling iPhone 15 or iPhone 13s or 14s at the time. I was selling data plans and internets and phone plans, right? I would sell this stuff for the business and make them tens of thousands of dollars every single day. And that was just me. There was probably 200 people in the call center doing the same thing. So Telstra and Optus, I work for both, we're making hundreds, if not maybe $1 million every single day, right? I was making $48,000 a year. Yep, $48,000 a year. Now, I was making the business $48,000 that I was working for in about a week. And you are doing the same. If you are selling a shoe or if you are selling groceries, you are selling something. There is a conversion between you and someone else, which means you already have the skill of being able to sell, which is just communicating. See, people look at sales as a sleazy, bullshit door knocking type thing, but it's not. There are 3 levels to sales: communication, actually selling, and then building a business, right? So for example, when I first started trying to make money online in sales, because I realized that I already had the skill to be able to be successful, I was making about $170,000 sending messages on my phone, which is pillar 1. All I was doing was communicating. And then last year I did about $1 million in taking calls, and that was pillar 2, right? I was actually selling. First one was communicating, second one was sales, and then now I've probably built about 3-4 businesses that are generating anywhere from 6 to 7 figures online, right? And that is pillar 3. Now, you don't need to do pillar 3 if you don't want to. I do, because I personally like to help people. But pillar 1 and pillar 2 is what you can do to be successful. The main part of this video isn't to actually go into detail about those specific, things that you can do with sales. It's telling you that you already have the skill that you need. You don't need to buy that dropshipper course for fucking $5,000, $10,000. You don't need to, because you already have the skill to be able to make a lot of money, right? And you might be wondering, Nathaniel, but is it really as easy as what it is at work? Because you work and you've been working for a very long time. So it just becomes natural, right? You think what you're doing isn't anything special because you're making like no money. That's the problem. If you were doing what you're doing, but you were making $100,000 a year, you would think that what you're doing is actually useful, it's actually popular, it's actually good, right? But you think that what you're doing is shit because you're not making enough money, right? So you think the value isn't there, which means that you think your value isn't there. You think your value is down here, but if you're making more, you would think that your value is up here, because for some reason we go about everything by the value dollar, which means if you're making $100,000, you're valued at that much. If you're making $5,000, you're valued at that much. I don't do it that way. I don't value people by their net worth. I value people by their skills, right? if you have those skills already, then you will value that so much more because you can actually transition those skills and start rowing in the right boat and start making a lot more money. Okay, seriously, I did it. You know, again, I'm only 21. You know, I remember when I was younger and I was living in the suburbs, or when I was living in other people's homes, or the government homes that I was living in or whatever, I would always imagine being in the city and being in one of these buildings where I can see everyone. And at night time, you see all, you know, all the lights and everything. Like, it's a dream, right? This is the reality now. This is my reality now, right? I'm pretty, like, both of the businesses that I worked for in this city, right? I can't see them from here. I think one's on that side of the building, and then one is on that side of the building, so behind me. But both of those buildings are in here. But I'm currently higher than where I was working. I was in a call center in one of the buildings in the city, and now I'm higher, not working at those places, making 5 times more than what they make, right? Today, I'll pop a screenshot here. I've already made $4,000. Yeah, $4,000. I think I would make that in 2 months, about, maybe. And then at my other job, even less. But this is the reality, because I took the skills and I realized that I'm not going to value myself at how much I'm making now. I'm going to value myself at how much I can be making. That is what you should be doing as well. It doesn't matter how much you're making now. I don't believe that. Because if you know what you need to do, then you are valued at so much more, because you can accomplish so much more than what you are now, right? So do what I told you, learn the skill, and you will be so much more fucking successful than what you are now. Trust me, right? That is exactly how you make your first 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 online, with the skills that you already have, right? If you want to see a lot of this shit in detail, so the appointment setting and things like that, I've got other videos on my YouTube. But this video was just more to give you some insight and hopefully make the best no bullshit video I possibly can, to tell you that you've already got the $1 million skill. You just need to transition the things that you already know and to put it into something that's actually worth your time, right? So run with it, do it, take action, all right? And I'll see you on the next video. If you've got any questions or anything, drop it below. I'll see you on the next one. See you then.